for the past 10 or 15 years, we've had to deal with far left influences in video games, comic books, television shows, movies, all across the media landscape. We have had to watch the infiltration of this degenerate, perverted, retarded ideology. And these people were more than happy with this. And you know what their response was to when people like myself and others at first said, we don't really want this politics in our media? They said, well, media has always been political. It's always been political. Media has always agreed with me. And this has been the cope for years. These people have been perfectly content with LGBTQ and other subversive, degenerate, far-left elements in media for a very long time. They had no complaints about it at all. In fact, actually, that's not true. The only complaint is that there's not more of it. No matter how many times it failed and wasn't received well and led to studios closing down and layoffs and layoffs and layoffs and layoffs, no matter how many entire companies went under or were consumed by other companies and then ultimately shelved or just outright fired so that they could keep the name, didn't matter. As long as the message was going out. Well, now that Donald Trump is using Halo memes, now it's a fucking problem. Now Angry Joe comes out and crashes the fuck out and rages. Now the Act Man oozes out of the woodwork, this fucking plastic lurch motherfucker. These people now really care about keeping politics out of media. Well, guess what? It's too fucking late. This is what we were talking about years ago, and you told us to go fuck ourselves, so guess what? Fuck you. Now we're going to put politics in media, and guess what? It's going to be the politics you hate. And we're going to purge every last scintilla of left-wing orthodoxy or ideology from the fucking world. And so that really is what has these people upset. It's not that they've changed their perspective on this. They're just mad that they're no longer the ones that are setting the standard. They're mad that really their entire crusade for the past 15 years is going up in smoke in the last few months. And they've had to watch everything that they bitched about and complained about and defended for the past 5 to 10 years, 15 to 20 years, actually. Some of these people came in later in the fight, but for the past at least 15 years, we have watched the infiltration of left-wing politics in the media, and these people have absolutely lost their mind over the sudden change and reversal. And we warned them this would happen, but they wouldn't listen. They were too arrogant. Well, here's Asmongold talking about Angry Joe's embarrassing crash out over the Halo memes from the White House. Yes, GameStop is retweeting the official White House account, and the official White House account is retweeting GameStop. We have the first gamer president, and he's not some kind of woke, all right, guys, we need more DEI in gaming. He's an absolute Chad. So that has these people fucking furious. We're going to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it.
Angry Joe crashing out over the White House meme. I saw that. He was really mad. Angry Joe, let me see if I can find it. I mean, living up to his name, right? So he crashed the fuck out. He got so mad. He's been going...
Yeah, living up to his name, pissed off Pedro. Enraged Enrique.
Going back and forth about this, the bad guys, all the Epstein files, wait for the apology. Basically, this dude lost his fucking mind because basically, what do you call it? This, putting aside the fact there's about 10 stars missing from the AI-generated flag, no way the AI didn't get it right perfectly. Can you believe that? What a surprise. And so anyway, can I find any more of these? Where's the original post, right? Superman, when you talk about serious and sad and lonely, he's just talking about some other random bullshit. Yeah, there it is. Fuck ICE and fuck Donald Trump. Bro, they're all getting deported. It doesn't matter how much you cry, how much you bitch, how much you moan, how much you complain. People voted, and now there's a consequence. And we're getting them all out. Every single one.
Man, he's speaking my language. 100%. I voted for this. I support this. And the only thing that you're caterwailing and bitching and moaning does is to just be that cherry on top of the sundae. Because you fucking freaks have made everything worse. Or maybe you weren't directly responsible, but you affirmed making everything worse. You were okay with it. And for those who don't remember, Angry Joe was the same guy for Battlefield 5 when EA came out and said, guys, we're going to put a bionic arm woman on the front lines of World War II for a game, and she's going to be bludgeoning Nazis. When gamers came back, it said, the fuck you are. That is absolutely retarded. We don't want that. They said, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And Angry Joe was one of the people that came out and said, yeah, the reason that you don't like this is because you're a misogynist. That's right. Joe, weeks later, after he was absolutely fucking spit roasted by the internet for such a retarded and asinine take, he then later came back and apologized. But that is par for the course for Joe. He was always somebody that knee-jerked far to the left and then had to be dragged back slowly but surely because he realized, okay, well, maybe I went a little bit too far in this. The reality is, Joe has always been this way. But a lot of people misremember because of nostalgia. You know? He is the nostalgia critic.
I don't give a fuck what the... Oh, but look at the kid crying. Oh, really? I guess we shouldn't have borders now. Oh, man. Why didn't I think of that? Nope. Cry about it, bitch about it, maul about it, do whatever you want. It's not going to change a goddamn thing. And isn't Halo about fighting? Yes, but Halo is literally about killing illegal aliens. Like, do you think the Covenant were supposed to be on Earth? No, they're not. They're not. So, I mean, honestly, I think this is the humane way of going about it. You think they just showed? No, bro, they weren't supposed to be there. They came out of there from nowhere. I didn't even think about that. Yes. And so anyway, Jesus, it's in poor taste, man. Holy shit. I don't give a fuck. What's in poor taste about this? Getting mad at the government for enforcing the border policy and deporting people that are here illegally? That's in poor taste? I mean, get the fuck out of here. I mean, come on.
100%. And we have to deal with these fucking freaks that never leave their basement, never interact with humanity. These fucking oozing, greasy, fat, retarded, degenerate, virgin losers. I mean, these people are the absolute worst of the worst. And we have to deal with them and their suicidal empathy. It's innocent people that suffer as a result of the type of thinking that we see on display here. I mean, it's really cruel. It's cruel and unusual that you're deporting these people. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're a freak. And you're evil. And you have been overcome. There was an election. You lost. You lost in grand fashion. So do we give a fuck what, what was his name? Jolted Jose? What do they call him? Hating Jose? That piece of shit. Do we care what Angry Joe has to say? Fuck no, we don't. He's an idiot. And he's an immoral coward. He's a virtue signaler. Fuck that guy.
The amount of and by the way, that's in poor taste. These people would have no problem going around. Look at this guy. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Superman, aren't you a lonely failed game developer turned online grifter? You're going around firing an ostrich. He's making it super personal. That's immediately what he does. Too bad, bro. Too fucking bad. The whole world supports ICE. Well, some people don't, but the people that do, the people that don't are just doing it performatively. I guarantee you that, any of these people that are out on a soapbox talking about how much they don't like ICE, okay, sounds great. I'm going to move two illegal families both into two houses next to you. And you're going to have to deal with that now forever. And that's the way it is. And so anyway, and that's really where I'm at, right? Is like immediately put people on the spot with that shit, right? Because then that's whenever you've seen all these opinions change, man. House and illegal, right? Yeah, bro. Senator Martha's Vineyard, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great take from Asmongold, and it's really gratifying that somebody like him with the large platform that he has comes out and just basically speaks the truth on this. Now, it's very rare that you see large content creators come out and just be that blatantly honest. Somebody like Angry Joe is virtue signaling. It's what he's done most of his career. And in this case, he's using ICE as an example, but ICE is not doing anything wrong. ICE are the good guys. ICE are the people coming in and enforcing our laws finally for the first time in years. These people should not be here. And by the way, this is not a victimless crime. Them being in the country alone is taking space and resources from American citizens. And that's not just from hospitals. That's the education system. That's SNAP benefits, financial aid. There's so many different things. Apartment complexes, housing. That's why housing is so expensive. If you want to know why shit is so expensive, it's because the demand is so high. Because in some cases, the government is paying for the housing of these fucking people. So no, they all have to go back. Angry Joe can get as angry as he wants. He can bitch and moan as much as he wants. But the reality is that this is happening. This was voted for, and nobody supports Joe, except for a fringe minority of mentally ill freaks that are just bitter that all of the bullshit they've tried to import on us over the last 5 to 10 years, that it's not working. It's been reduced or outright undone. And it will continue to be undone until their pathetic, putrid fucking cult is purged from this world. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you to Asmongold for calling this shit out. We need more people doing what Asmongold is doing. Calling out these fucking freaks. Anyway, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.